All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting of January 22nd to order. I'm going to ask that you please stand and not join me this time, but I'm going to have Aiden Anderson come forward. We're always blessed when we get one of our Boy Scouts to attend the meeting, and I've asked him to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, so I'll have him get us started. All right, thanks for doing that, Aiden. He is here tonight to attend a meeting as part of a requirement for, why don't you come up to the mic here? We're going to put you on the spot. We're going to make sure you also get on camera and you get recognized, so there's lots of proof you were here. Tell us, again, I said your name, but like what grade are you in, what troop are you in, and what does this help you accomplish tonight? And have you thought about what you're doing for your Eagle Scout project?
I already finished it.
Oh.
A bunch of hygiene kits for the homeless shelters, right? And I had toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, razors, all kind of the essential stuff. And then I dropped half at the contact center and the other half at Pathways, I think it's called, shelters. So yeah, I finished that up and then it was done.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your service. We've been fortunate many times on the City Commission to have folks do something in the city as an Eagle Scout project. So love the service component and thank you for your work. I know that it's a lot of hard work to get all of that done. So congratulations to you and thanks for being here tonight. We'll go ahead with roll call.
Benson.
Here.
Brunick.
Here.
Hanoff.
Here.
Johnson.
Present.
Minor.
Here.
Schramm.
Here.
Villanueva.
Present.
Weber. Mayor Mosier.
Here.
City Manager Leon.
Here.
City Attorney Denharder.
Here.
Want to just quickly, before I ask for approval of minutes, want the commission to know you are amongst fame tonight, tonight, by having a published author sitting at the front desk with us as a commissioner. So my congrats to Commissioner Nathan Johnson on publishing his book, and maybe give us a few words about it. Hopefully the commission will give me a little latitude here, but congratulations on that. How exciting.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. So this is a project that's been in the works for a while now, and it's a result of a collaboration between the Yankton Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Yankton County Historical Society, who wanted to put together a tour guide. So it's got 5 walking tours, 4 driving tours of historic Yankton and beyond. It goes out to the lake area too. So we hope that's something that brings history alive for not only the people that live here, but also visitors, and allows them to engage with history and really recognize what's around them, recognize their place in Yankton's story.
I love it. Where can we get a book?
It is at the
Shameless
museum.
promotion, by the
Yes,
way. Nathan did not pay me for this, so just FYI.
So I'll be clear, I don't get, well, I was paid to write the book, but any proceeds from the book sales go to the Mead Museum. So when you're buying books, you're supporting their mission, which is very important, and they could use our help. So I encourage you to buy books for yourself, your friends, family, everyone.
And where can we get them?
At the
Just
Mead
the
Museum.
Mead?
Yeah,
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
Eventually it'll be available in more venues, but and if you don't live near here, it's office@meadbuilding.org. You can email them and they can send you a copy.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again. Love having history. For those that aren't aware, in my history past life being CVB director, it is amazing how many people came to our community and were asking about historic homes and do we have a map or information on them. So I'm so excited to see this come through years later. Also, in full disclosure, I will not be playing games on my phone if I happen to glance at it. The Gazelles are playing a makeup game tonight right across at the high school. So go Gazelles. Obviously, I have a senior playing. So I have asked that somebody just text me at the end of every quarter just to give me an idea on how we're doing. So if you see me looking at that, full disclosure, it's just checking the score of the game. And if I give a loud scream, it's because we're winning. So I forgot to ask Paxton to keep me informed tonight, but hopefully he's over there cheering. I know. Well, maybe Mom would have let him use it. Anyways, all right, sorry. Back to business. Now that I got through all my other agenda stuff. Number 2 under routine business is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of January 8th, 2024. What is your pleasure? January 8th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion on the minutes? Anybody in the public? All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Anybody abstaining? All right, minutes passed. Number 3 under routine business is the schedule of bills. What is your pleasure?
I move that we pay the bills.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the bills? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Hunoff.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Minor.
Aye.
Schramm.
Aye.
Villanueva.
Aye.
Benson.
Aye.
Brunick.
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 4 under routine business is the city manager's report, and so I'll turn it over to City Manager Leon, hoping I didn't steal all of her thunder.
No thunder stole. A couple of things, though, for you, commissioners. First, if you'll take a look at your consent calendar, item number 1 is the establishment for a public hearing for the sale of alcoholic beverages. We would ask that you establish that public hearing not for February 12th, 2024, rather February 26th, 2024. The applicant contacted our finance office today, realizing that if he should transfer his license, which includes video lottery, if he transfers that malt on the 12th, and his new license for malt is not effective until the 26th, he would have a period of time where he could not technically sell malt. So he's just asking if that can be held off until the 26th at the regular meeting. Lisa contacted the individual who it's being transferred to, Mr. Olson, and he was fine with that. So asking if you'll do that as part of your consent calendar. Further down on your consent calendar, I'd like to notify the media, but also remind you all of some things you may wish to attend. This Thursday, we have Thrive's annual meeting. Nancy Winandy has asked that I invite you all to that if you'd like. That will be at the brewery. If you would like to attend, she's trying to get a head count, so if you have not RSVP'd, you can let Jean or I know and we'll help you out with that. Friday, then, we have some fun to be had at Ben's Brew Station with the kickoff celebration for the Meridian Bridge Centennial. So we'll be looking forward to joining the community there and getting our celebration underway for the spanning the century with the Meridian Bridge Centennial. Next Monday, I'm not giving you a Monday off at 7 p.m. If you're interested, the Lawn and River Corridor Event Space Master Planning meeting will take place, talking about all the green space at the lawn and what's going on down at the river and how we would like to see that in our community transform here in the future. So that'll be the first meeting there. So that's also at 7 p.m. at the brewery, and District 3 is helping us with that. So those are a couple things where there might be quorums. City business, I guess, not technically discussed. There'll be no voting or anything, but more or less planning and long-range idea brainstorming, that type of thing happening there. Want to visit with you a little bit about utility bills. They went out today. They were to go out Friday. There was a software update, and we were unable to send them out through our vendor. So they went out. Folks do have until February 12th to pay their bill, however. So wanted folks to know that, because some people like to pay their bill right when they get it, and they would have been expecting it probably in their mailbox today. Want to thank everybody's patience regarding snow and snow removal. Want to thank the city staff for a great job that all our staff did with all the snow removal, not just streets, but parks and all of our public spaces and our facilities. We ask for people's help in getting their sidewalks cleared, also clearing around hydrants. The time to clear your hydrant is not when there's a house on fire. It is before that. So please, 5 feet around all hydrants. So there's hydrants that you can't even see right now. And so that's not good if you're trying to fight a fire. See, Fireman Mike knows. Please, if you need help, there's lots of people in town who would be happy to help get that cleared out. Also want to visit with you commissioners and just get your thoughts on late submissions to the commission agenda. We have a little flow of work. We like to have our agenda items to us at noon on Wednesday, and that is because we put them together in the packet with the information. Many have a memo that goes along with them. And we get the agenda distributed out to you that Wednesday. We work on that packet, put that final touches together. Those go out Thursday. Friday, we visit with the media. When we have late submissions, it really throws staff for a loop, but also provides an opening for error, which we certainly don't want in the public's business. In the past, we have said no to late submissions. In the past, we have said yes to late submissions. Sometimes when we've said no, we've had people then come to commissioners and say, we really wanted this, and they said no. And as you know, as commissioners, you can call a special meeting, 2 of you, or the mayor herself or himself can call a special meeting. And we just would like sort of the surety to know that we can deny late submissions for the packet, and we're comfortable with that because it really does put us in a difficult position. And we also want to make sure we're treating folks the same way as well. So any thoughts or comments on that? We'll certainly take your guidance, but.
Well, I don't think we should be inconsistent, approve them sometimes, refuse them sometimes. So my direction as one commissioner would be to say no to late submittals and give them the special meeting option. Some government bodies, the county does this, have a fee where they charge the person requesting the specific action for a special meeting. They'll charge them for the meeting. The county charges $750. Now, we wouldn't want to charge that to somebody for a one-day special event license, but it's worth consideration of maybe establishing a fee of like $100 or $150 if you have to have a special meeting for somebody's specific request.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part. I know when Amy and I were talking about it earlier this week, we have a deadline for a reason. And if you say, okay, we have this deadline, but okay, I guess if you get it in the next day or the day after, that's fine, just for the confusion. I agree, Commissioner Hunoff, I do think possibly looking at a fee, and that I know is one of the things we talked about too, to aid in that, because I think what else people don't realize is the staff work that goes into having to redo memos, redo packets. I know previously staff have come in on the weekend and things like that to get that done. Not only to mention if there's a special meeting, it calls all of us in as well, and we're elected to serve. I get that, but I do think if we have a deadline, there's a reason for it, and it needs to be enforced. And I think my preference, and happy to hear from others, would be that the city staff are empowered to hold that deadline fast, and they get our support to do that, because it does require a lot of work, and that's where we can tend to see things not done right if not held to that. So just a couple of my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with holding to the deadline. Interesting concept of charging for special meeting if they really want us to proceed out of our usual calendar. The other question I would have, Amy, is are these usually like licenses for like a special event? Is that the theme here, or is it a little bit of everything?
Typically, sometimes it's not, but typically it's something that needs 2 hearings, and they don't realize, some people don't have any idea what's required by state law, and some, the calendar, for example, this month is strange because we have an extra week, I guess, an extra Monday. So I also mentioned, which I think is part of this, a discussion between Lisa Ross and I about, are there ways we can streamline some of these things? Legally, of course. So looking at that. And then I'm interested in looking in what other cities and counties might be doing for special meetings, and say, well, we can put it in, but then here's the process for that. Because it is an extra effort, and maybe that's how we move forward. So we'll talk about that internally and probably have some communication with the commission later.
Yeah, the idea of streamlining some of these consent item agendas would be fine by me, but I don't know how the other commissioners feel.
Excuse me for not knowing this, but do other cities charge for special event alcohol beverage licenses? Because it appears that we don't charge someone to do that. I guess my line of reasoning is, if we charge for those, would it encourage the ones that do multiples a year to just get a malt beverage license so they don't have to keep asking other people to do one for them all the time?
Yes.
It's not very expensive. I mean, relatively inexpensive to get a malt beverage license.
It's $300 a year for an annual malt beverage license. So we have had a few discussions with some of our special event license requesters, and we are working with them on that. Of course, some people aren't eligible, so there are certain stipulations with that as well.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the input I need. Thanks.
One question I have, only because I felt really bad for an elderly gentleman who was walking on the street after the snowstorm. What is our policy on clearing sidewalks? Because he was in a very dangerous situation, and I felt really, really bad for him, and almost pulled over and asked him if I could give him a ride, because he was walking down along the side of the street because the business had not cleared their sidewalk. So I'm just curious what that is, and is it really enforced? I mean, you want to be kind. This was a lot of snow in a short amount of time, and I get that it might take folks longer to clear that off, but I'm just curious on that.
It is enforced. The ordinance is 24 hours after the snowfall that we need sidewalks cleared. So that gets tricky, right, when we have multiple days with multiple snowfalls. So we try to be a little bit cognizant of that, but we do have folks that don't comply, just like folks that don't comply with our mowing ordinance. But we do send letters out and make calls. Sometimes folks just need a call and reminder. Sometimes we need to send out a letter and make sure that they're done. But yeah, it's supposed to be 24 hours after the snowfall.
And I'm curious too, how did emergency snow routes go during this last time? Did we have to ticket or tow a lot of cars, or were people pretty compliant? Or I'm just curious, because like I said, this was a lot of snow, really quick, pretty thick, and I'm just curious how we weathered the storm, pun intended.
The last one was pretty good. We did have a couple vehicles that we did have to tow, but for the most part, we try to get the information out as quickly as we can that we're going to be out ticketed and towing. Try to get people the opportunity to move their cars. We are working on right now the residential areas on vehicles that haven't been moved, so we like people to get them cleaned up as quickly as possible, but there are still some that linger out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Chief Foote. And I want to echo what Amy said, I'm sure on behalf of the entire City Commission, to the Street Department. You hear it and we get notified, and you see it in the news that they're going out at midnight and starting to clear snow. And I know they put in a lot of hours these last couple of weeks. So they did a great job. That's a lot of snow to move, and we sure appreciate that. Anything else, Amy, on your report, or did you get through everything? I didn't want to.
That's all, Madam Mayor.
All right. Moving on to routine business is to public appearances. Is there anybody that wants to appear in front of the commission tonight on something not on the agenda? Yep. Oh, I think Dave's bringing you a mic, Tom. Hang on here. He takes good care of people.
Can't thank him enough for that.
If you want to introduce yourself, and then feel free to address the
Yes.
commission.
Members of the City Commission, Madam City Manager, Madam Mayor, and fellow citizens, which includes all of you in the group. My name is Thomas Bixler, and I am here tonight because I am collecting signatures to run for Yankton County Treasurer, and I will also be, when the time comes, on the 26th, I will also be collecting signatures to run for Yankton City Commissioner as well. I know I can do it because I asked, and Brian does the same thing. So anybody who wants to sign it between now and within the next, let's see what I got here. Within the next about 20 minutes, or if you want to wait until, a better time, that's fine as well. And like I said, anybody who wants to sign it for the treasurer petition, the only thing they have to be is Republican, because all of you live in the county of Yankton, which is the other big part of it. So anybody who wants to is welcome to, and anybody who does not want to sign it, I respect your opinion, because my campaign is not a campaign against current County Treasurer Patty Varva. It is a campaign for somebody who just wants to serve the county of Yankton and the city of Yankton like you all do. So anybody who wants to sign it, you're welcome to.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being here tonight, and thanks for putting your name in to run. We appreciate that. Amy, yeah, Mr. Bixler brings up a great question. Coming down the pipeline, or Lisa, we have an election coming up here in the city too. Do we have dates that folks, in case they're the millions of people that are listening tonight, dates coming up that we can kind of start getting out there for folks to pick up a petition, or what's going on there?
Petitions are available at City Hall Finance Office starting at 8 a.m. this Friday, January 26th. They are due by Friday, February 23rd at 5 p.m. at City Hall.
Thank you for that. I figured it was coming up. I feel like it was just yesterday, the three of us that ran last year, I feel like just took the petition out, however, a year later. It's crazy, but thank you for that. So yes, anybody interested, as we shared in the last city commission meeting, every year, 3 city commissioners are up for re-election, I guess, if they decide to rerun. This year it is Commissioner Benson, Commissioner Villanueva, and Commissioner Johnson. Yes. So every year, always 3 up for re-election if they choose to rerun. So interested parties, make sure you're getting to City Hall to get your petition. All right. Moving on then, is there anybody else? Sorry. Yep, I was just thinking, I got to make sure there's nobody else in the public. Come on up to the mic and state your name, and feel free to address the commission. Hang on.
I'm sorry, could
Hang
you
on a
just
second,
tap
Ryan.
the-
We're not 100% sure your mic is on. So we're going to bring you another one just in case, or Dave's going to check. We record and televise the meeting, so we want to make sure everybody hears you.
Does it sound better? Yes. Okay.
Thank you for that. Sorry.
All right, I'll
I just want
start
to make sure
over.
everybody can hear.
My name is Ryan Heine, and I'm up here to remind the commission that for over 2 months now, we have failed to get a hearing for our application for the off-sale liquor license. In that time, our business has kind of been a limbo state, because a lot of what we do with this business is dependent on whether we get that license or not. The application was made in full compliance with City of Yankton ordinances and South Dakota codified law. And we didn't do this out of spite or as a joke. We legitimately are interested in this license. And when the commission tried to auction it off with a minimum bid of $100,000, well, that was an exorbitant fee that we couldn't even, no small business could jump into because, well, we just bought a building for $1 million and that's where almost all of our cash dropped. So we're really interested in this because, we're a food business, and as any restaurant will tell you, it's a volatile business. And just like them, we want to diversify. They like to get an on-sale liquor license. We want to get this off-sale liquor license because we're off-sale food, and diversify the products that we can sell in our store. It's unfortunate that you feel that you need to reap hundreds of thousands of dollars off this license. And maybe you should reconsider the $500,000 that you gave away to another business last year. We're just looking to grow here in our community, and this is one of those things, and I wanted to get this out of the way before the ordinance talk tonight, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Heine. Is there anybody else who wants to address the commission tonight on something not on the agenda? All right. Seeing no movement, then we will move on to the consent agenda. In visiting with Ross, number 1, City Manager Leone covered. That is actually going to be moved to new business in case there's discussion or questions from the commission. So we'll move that to new business number 7. So still on the agenda, but moved to new business number 7. So consent agenda, we'll start with item number 2. Which is to establish February 12th, 2024 as the date for a public hearing for a special on-sale malt beverage retailer's license and a special on-sale wine retailer's license for one day, February 24th, 2024, from the Center, Chris Thury, Executive Director, located at 900 Whiting Drive. Number 3 is to establish February 12th, 2024 as the date for a public hearing for a special on-sale liquor license for one day, February 14th, from Fluss Works, LLC, doing business as 1872 Saloon, Levy Street Steakhouse at 100 Douglas, Suite 101. And number 4 is a possible quorum for the 3 events previously listed by the city manager during her update: the Thrive Annual Meeting, the Meridian Bridge Centennial Kickoff, and then the Lawn and River Corridor Event Spaces Master Planning Meeting. Dates and times are in the commission packet, so I won't go through those again. No commission action taking place at those events. What is the pleasure on the consent agenda?
Move the consent agenda.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of moving the consent agenda, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And anybody abstaining? All right, consent agenda passed. Number 3 on the City Commission agenda is old business, and number 1 under that is consideration of Memorandum 24-22, recommending approval of the proposed ordinance number 1077, an ordinance clarifying the fee structure for an alcohol license renewal and the method for issuance of an on-sale, off-sale liquor license issued by the City of Yankton. Before I ask for the pleasure of the commission, I guess I would look to City Manager Leone or City Attorney Denherter to walk us through what is being proposed in the changes tonight.
I'll let Ross do that for you, Mayor, as he wrote the ordinance.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, Commissioners, what you see before you is the proposed correction or clarification is probably a better word, of the fees ordinance for the city alcohol licenses. So a little bit of history here. The City of Yankton has not had the ability to issue an off-sale liquor license since sometime in the 1980s. However, there are state statutes that allows the city to set renewal fees for liquor licenses, particularly off-sale liquor licenses, no less than $300 nor more than $500. So back in 1991, the City Commission adopted ordinance section or variation of section 3-2 to quote, set the fee for the licenses, and it set it at the statutory cap for renewal at $500. So that was the fee for the last 30 plus years, when all the city ever had the ability to do was just renew the existing licenses. And it was only in this last year that the city census numbers reached the level where the city of Yankton had legal authority to issue a new off-sale liquor license. So in discussion with staff and reviewing this old ordinance, it was clear to us that that particular ordinance, as you see it, was always intended as the renewal fee. It matches the renewal fee set by statute, and the city then complied with the statute regarding the date deadline for the issuances of the quantity of liquor licenses and the fee established therefore. So by September 1, this commission adopted a resolution setting the new liquor license, off-sale liquor license, at a fee to be established by sealed bid. We utilized the process similar to what Sioux Falls uses for issuance of off-sale liquor. It's also similar to the way we handle sealed bidding for public improvement projects. And when Mr. Heine submitted an application for $500 to match, quote, the fee set by ordinance, we realized that, we've advertised to the public, it's going to be sealed bid. We can't have this ambiguity there. So staff set out to update this ordinance and bring it into alignment with the intent of the original ordinance, as well as the method, a fair method of issuing that license and all future licenses as population grows and more licenses are available to be issued. So ordinance 1077 that you see in your packet makes it clear that the fees established in section 3-2 are for renewal of licenses, and it also establishes that issuance of additional licenses will be as prescribed by state statute, or if not so prescribed, then as set by resolution of the Yankton Board of City Commissioners. So you'll see the red line strike through variations, so you can see what was there before compared to how it's changed. We are, in fact, tethering the language of each of those characterizations, those categories of licenses, back to their statutory definitions and removing all ambiguity. The second page of that ordinance is a codification of the process of the sealed bidding procedure that had been established by the staff through the notice that was sent out to the public to invite bids for that sealed bidding auction. It is similar to the process used by Sioux Falls, and again is very similar to the process we use for sealed bidding for public improvement projects. I'm happy to stand for any questions if you have any.
Ross, how is intent decided from a legal standpoint?
So intent from a legal standpoint is what a court utilizes to resolve ambiguities. Does that make sense? So if you have an ambiguity, then intent matters. If it's not ambiguous, you only look to the words. But in this particular case, based on Mr. Heine, his pitch and his effort to submit an application using, quote, the fee, it was clear to us that's an ambiguity that we need to resolve. So that's why you see this before you, and why it was recommended and the commission approved a delay of approving Mr. Heine, or considering Mr. Heine's application, till the second meeting in February.
Other questions or clarification? And if not, what is the pleasure of the commission?
So moved.
Second.
All right, now that we do have an official motion and a second on the floor, I want to open it back up to the commission for any questions tied to the motion and the second. Seeing no mics come on, is there anybody in the public that wants to address the commission on the official motion and second?
Hello, my name's Ryan Heine. I want to just clarify, or first off, one thing is that the courts will decide a lot of things for you. There's a lot of different opinions. But I really want to just talk about the ordinance here. And one, now you have a section that says renewal fees. That is great for things, I don't know, you may want to consider having initial fees for your wine and malt beverage licenses as well. Because now you have renewal fees, but you have no initial fees set for those. The other thing, I hope the commission did read the Sioux Falls ordinance. There's a very key difference here. In this ordinance, there is no minimum bid set, and the bid fee is not set. Unlike Sioux Falls bidded theirs off with a $500 minimum bid and a $100 fee that was set in ordinance. Why is that important? Because it's a lot easier for a very large corporation or a very large business to come in here and buy 4 seats on that commission. Very, very much easier. If you put those things in that ordinance, you are preventing future corruption because it's already set. And Sioux Falls says it's at $500. I think a great idea would actually change that to being starting the minimum bid to the renewal price. But that way, as time changes, you don't have to change the ordinance. But those are two things there, because a good law, it should protect the citizens, should make an environment that allows citizens and businesses to thrive in. But one of the very important American aspects of our law should be that the law should also protect us from our government. So.
Anybody else want to address the commission on this? Roll call.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hunoff,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 2, under old business, is consideration of memorandum 24-17 regarding the request for a special events retail on-sale liquor license for one day, January 26, 2024, from Boomers, Inc. Kim Braunschweiger, owner and vice president, doing business as Boomers Lounge, 100 East 3rd Street, at an event at the Meridian Venue, 101 East 3rd Street. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hunoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 3 is consideration of memorandum 24-18 regarding the request for a special on-sale liquor license for one day, April 6, 2024, from Yankton, Inc., Ben Yankton, president, doing business as Ben's Brewing Company at 222 West 3rd Street, for an event that will take place at St. Benedict Dining Room, 1500 St. Benedict Drive. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Abstain.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hunoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 4 is consideration of memorandum 24-19 regarding the request for a special on-sale liquor license for one day, February 3rd, 2024, from Yankton Elks Lodge, number 994 Joe Sparks Exalted Ruler at 504 West 27th Street, for an event that will take place at the NFAA Archery Center located at 800 Archery Lane. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Villanueva,
Abstain, member of the Elks.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hanoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. And number 5 under old business is consideration of memorandum 24-20 regarding the request for a special on-sale liquor license for one day, February 10th, 2024, from Boomers, Inc., doing business as Boomers Lounge at 100 East 3rd Street for an event that will take place at the Meridian venue located at 101 East 3rd Street. What is your pleasure?
Move the request.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hanoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Moving on to new business, number 1 is a consideration of memorandum 24-16, the introduction and first reading, and setting February 12th, 2024 as the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1078, supplement number 1 to ordinance 1074, the 2024 annual appropriation ordinance. Can I get an introduction?
Introduced.
Thank you. Number 2 under new business is consideration of memorandum 24-14, recommending approval of the purchase of a John Deere Gator UTV for $30,348.39 and a snowblade for $6,000, and adopt resolution 24-04, authorizing the surplus of 2 UTVs. What is your pleasure? So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion on this? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hanoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 3 under new business is consideration of memorandum 24-15, recommending approval of the purchase of a 2019 Jacobson GP 400 mower from Turfworks, and approve the trade-in of 2 mowers as outlined in resolution 24-03, resulting in a net price of $18,500. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Hanoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 4 is consideration of memorandum 24-11, recommending approval of a sidewalk cafe permit to 100 East 3rd Street, doing business as Boomers Lounge. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion?
Dave, this looked like it's the same as last year. Okay, thanks.
We did get a nod of approval, same as last year. Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hanoff,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. Number 5 is consideration of memorandum 24-12, recommending approval of a sidewalk cafe permit to 102 and 104 East 3rd Street, doing business as Mojo's 3rd Street Pizza, and the adoption of resolution 24-02, declaring the proposed boardwalk extension of a portion of public sidewalk. Same as last year again, Dave, before anybody makes a motion. All right, what is the pleasure of the commission? So moved.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Any other commission discussion?
No, I'd like looking at these. I was looking at this last week when the agenda came out, and it just reminded me that there will be summer sometime, so well-timed to get them on the agenda.
I know. Commissioner Minor, that is hilarious that you say that, because I think I might even have said, I said that to you, Jay, didn't I, during the media briefing? Sunny, hotter, warmer days are coming, and this all gives us hope, and it couldn't have came at a better time when we were reviewing in sub-zero weather, so it's coming. I agree. Any other commission?
So Ross, the resolution portion of this, that's new? Or is that something that carried over from last year too?
Oh, Dave's coming to the mic.
Oh, Thanks, Dave.
The resolution portion of it is not new. That just has to do with declaring an extension of the sidewalk for the parklet that they design and place there every year. And that design was the result of our Design South Dakota process, where we went through and suggested that adjacent businesses consider the addition of parklets for promoting and gathering spaces downtown.
Yeah, it's basically just saying, behold, it is not parking, it's sidewalk.
Thanks. I just couldn't remember if we did that in the past or not. Sounds great.
Yeah. They do a beautiful job making it look apart. Like, I forget that there's even, or could have been parking there, that they do a great job making it look a true part of their business. Any other commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hunoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries, folks. Sunny, brighter, warmer days coming. We'll have a place to go outside and enjoy it. Number 6, under new business, is consideration of memorandum 24-21, recommending awarding the bid of 3 new heavy-duty 10-yard dump box bodies with hydraulic hoist and 1 underbody scraper to Northern Truck and Equipment of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in the amount of $191,122 for the Department of Public Works Street Division. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion on this? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Schramm,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hunoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. And we do not want to forget, we have a number 7 now under new business, which is published consent agenda number 1, and that is to establish February 26, 2024 as the date for a public hearing on the transfer of a location of a retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license for July 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2024 from Chuck Stop LLC, doing business as Chuck Stop, Charles Rezak, owner at 800 Summit Street, Yankton, to Diggers, Inc., doing business as The Fox Den, Larry Olson, owner, located at 511 West 4th Street, Suite C. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other commission discussion or questions? Hence moving this agenda item. Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Hunoff,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Mayor Mosher.
Aye, motion carries. I am not aware of any other business in front of the city commission tonight, so with that, I would ask for a motion to adjourn into executive session to discuss contractual and personnel matters under SDCL 1-25-2.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Pose nay. Anybody abstaining? All right, we are adjourned into executive session. Have a great night, folks, and thanks for coming.